Howdy folks, Turbo here. Welcome back to Pertam. More Wasteland survival. The last episode we finished up over at the enemy outpost, and I looked around there. Unfortunately, I didn't find any lootable containers. Sometimes there's storage lockers, I think. But there wasn't anything, just the buildings, and I don't need iron, so I didn't really break any of those down. I did grab some ammo out of the little turrets, so we now have 3,779 magazines. I think it's magazines. We have a lot of ammo. I might end up breaking that down just for a little bit of materials. Here's the totals here. We have a ton of iron, 1.7 million kilograms. We're short on nickel for the big build I want to do. I'm going to see how much of it I can get built. Doing okay on silicon, magnesium, a couple other little things. The only reason we have that much nickel is I carved that out. I had a big drill, rotary drill, drilled out a bunch more rock. It's a little hard to see over there, but it wasn't quite enough. But anyway, the goal today of today's episode, as I record this, is to get the nickel mine up and going. It's over that way. Need to turn that off. So that's the goal, and to do that we're going to do a big build. I've got a drilling rig, but before we do that, I meant to turn on the nanobot build and repair before I went over to the outpost, and I forgot. But what that allowed me to do was record a time lapse of the nanobots building up the garage. So I'm going to roll that now, and I'll be right back. So that was pretty cool. Little nanobots built this up. I'm here in the garage now. I've added a couple little things. The main structure, it took about 47 minutes or so, the nanobots to build this all out. So I compressed that down to 32 speed. One thing it didn't finish was this hangar door right here. Ran out of nickel. So I had to get some stone and get some nickel, and I finished that door there on my own. But this is the garage slash hangar, whatever you want to call it. Got a spot there where I can just build stuff, including this. We'll talk about that in a second. This whole cargo thing here is going to change. It's temporary. I've got a sorter so I can hook up and it'll pull all the ore out automatically. There's the rover. It's doing well. And I've got these control panels. They're pretty much identical. I can open the hangar doors. I can depressurize. And I can retract the hinge connector there. Put up a build and repair overview here so I can just see what's going on. I can turn that on and off from that button. So yeah, and then I've moved, I hit the programmable blocks on the other side over there. I've moved all that up there. So this is like my little data center, which I can access via ladder. They usually don't fall off. So this is going to be computers. I've got room. I could put some down this row if I need to. A couple timer blocks used for the automatic mine shut off and mining in general. So we've got the build and repair system computer. We've got Izzy's inventory management running here, and then the automatic mine shut off. So when I have it set up to mine, it will monitor the big cargo containers, and when they get 85% full, it will automatically stop mining so I don't waste stuff. So that all is up there. It's a little bit tricky getting down. I had this set up with catwalk stairs coming down. It just took up too much room. So we're going to get building, but before we do that, what I'd like to do, and I don't know if I'm going to get this to work, I would like to have automated cargo trucks going out to the mines and bringing ore back to this refinery. Can I get that to work? I have no idea. I'm going to try. So this is my remote transport truck, I think I called it. Yeah, remote transport truck. It's going to be automated in theory. So it's just a couple large cargo containers and some batteries. Connector on each end, red lights on the back, white lights on the front. I've got a little seat here so I can ride with it and control it if needed. And then I think the only thing left to do, and you got a little bit of block work left, finish off, and I think I'm going to put a rotating red beacon on top, like a lot of robots have. So yeah, that's something I'm playing around with. We'll see if we can get that to work. But the main show, let's head out. We got the triple airlock here. You can go into living quarters now through that door. Nice, beautiful day out here. So I've got a projector set up. You turn that on. We'll show you what we're going to do here. Ta-da! Yeah, it's big. So this is a large grid mobile mining rig that I built in Creative. I designed it in Creative. And we're going to build that. And what it does is it makes a borehole straight down. And it continually prints. Just in time for a storm. Lovely. It continually welds up new sections, so it can just keep going down as far as you want. Just keeps on mining. Try to make it as simple as possible. It's got the single large drill, and it's got, if you can make that out in the storm, it's got a ladder. So I can climb down when this is done. The idea is this will drill straight down to the ore, and then I will detach and it will become a static grid. So the long tube down to the ore will stay in there. It'll become fixed to the ground. This can drive off and go drill somewhere else. The only thing I'll have to do is rebuild this one section in the drill head anytime I want to set up a mine. It doesn't retract. It's meant to be put it in the ground and leave it. Then I can climb down the ladder and build some kind of mining mechanism down underground that will ship the ore back up to the surface, where I'll have storage tanks and the truck either driven by me or maybe automated. Ouch. Will come get the ore and bring it back here to get refined. That's the idea. So I've got a ton of welding to do. Let's get inside out of this storm. Figures. It's been clear the whole time I was mucking around with stuff. I wanted to see if I could make a better welder. I have a little bit of platinum, thanks to the meteorite creators over there at the outpost. I made out like a bandit with the ore, all kinds of exotics. I need to get this updated. Found some uranium and all kinds of good stuff. Let's see. No. Let me just show you. How do we set that up? It's a great question. Inventory. Yeah, there we go. Custom data. Beautiful. Let's say I want to add uranium. And I've got some other exotic stuff in there I need to get added. Next time that updates, there we go. We've got 10.7 worth of uranium. So we've got 2.6 platinum. I think I can make a better welder. Let's go take a look here. Top level. Yeah, it takes 0.67. Platinum, some cobalt, a little bit of nickel. Let's do it. Missing items. No, you're not. There he goes. Got stuff pulled in. And I I think I'm going to go ahead and make an elite hand drill as well. I don't need a bigger grinder. I've got level 2. It's almost too fast as it is. There we go. Gotta have a tools container. I got all these extras. I keep finding them in drop pods and stuff. The unknown signals. So let's update that. And I think I'm actually going to go back to the low-level grinder. Do I have just a regular grinder? Yeah, that's the orange one. Not in order, it bothers me. Alright, let's get this scrap. No, come on. Scrap in there. No, you're full. I'll just stick you right in the refinery then. Alright, now I need to link up everything. And then, oh, did I end up with the wrong drill? I did. I want that drill. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. Because I have a ton of welding to do. So I think what I'm going to do, probably let this storm pass. It is nasty out there. I'm going to probably load this up with a whole bunch of materials so I don't have to keep running back in here to get stuffed and weld. So I'm going to get that done and perhaps wait for the storm to pass. And then we're going to get to welding on the big build. So I'll be back in just a bit. Well, I think the storm has finally passed, so let's get the door open. Got a whole bunch of parts here in the truck. Might as well load up my character as well. There we go. So if we hop in the side seat, then I can go remote access. Wait for Daz to wake up, the driver assist system. It just dropped the suspension to the floor. And it does backup lights. Look at that. I've got some brake lights on the back there. Might put some different lights on here, but this is what I got for now. It works. Oh, it's so heavy. It's full of components. Try to drive it over here out of the way. The backup light's pretty cool. Oh, I can't stop. Alright. Then double exit. Wonderful. Okay, let's start welding on this bad boy. So I think what I'm going to try to do is get the basic frame and a battery, and the wheels and a cockpit. And then we'll start adding on, I think. If I can get to the right access here. Nope. Oh, I see. It's the 2 blocks above it. Shaded kind of weird. There we go. Now it's going to let me do that one. Got it. I have never done this before. At this scale. So I think it shades in the weldable blocks as we go. Make sure my build planner is clear. Let me grab what we need for that. More than filled my inventory. Whoa! Probably have to build more scaffolding. But if I can get up on top there, I can weld a lot, I think. Need a whole bunch more bulletproof glass. I don't think I brought much bulletproof glass out with me. So let me dump. Let me go get a whole bunch of bulletproof glass. Now we're blowing oxygen out everywhere, but we have lots of oxygen, so it doesn't really matter. There we go, 240. We'll see how that does. Could probably just leave that open until the next storm comes along. Alright, can we get the cockpit made? 10 more steel tubes. Didn't need nearly that much glass. Need to get my water and my food back. Don't need all that glass. What I do need is a whole bunch of steel plates. There we go. Cockpit complete. Whoa. I found out you can build these ramps, you can get up 2 blocks high. 2 for the price of 1. Can't quite reach that though. Need an interior plate for that, huh? Nope. Hit all the wrong keys. Thought I just pulled out interior plate. Oh, I still had the cockpit on the build planner. No, I don't need all that stuff. There we go. Be a slow process. I'm not going to show the entire weld here. That will get kind of old. Oh, maybe I could reach that. Guess not. Oh, 6. My new spiffy welder. There, now I can definitely reach it. Look how quick that welds. It's awesome. Alright, build planner is clear. Let's grab what we need for that. Dump everything in, pull everything out. We can get at least 1 wheel welded up here. I just went with the normal wheels. I didn't do the sandstorm. Got those on the truck though. Look pretty gnarly. It's the Wasteland DLC. I said sandstorm. I meant Wasteland. All components. Might get our first wheel. There we go. What a monster. The first of many. So I'm going to weld on this, and it'll probably be daylight when I see you again. I'm going to get as much of this welded up as I can, and I'll be back. Got most of the main structure done, and finishing up the last of the 2 wheel suspensions here. That's a little too low to get these tires on. But I do have, if we can get it built, I do have a piston over here on the side, which we can use to lift it up and then get the wheels on. So yeah, just a whole lot of welding. Real happy with this top level, I think it was Elite welder. It is fast. Makes this a whole lot easier. And I'm not doing the nano build. I could have extended the nano build out probably far enough to get all this. Didn't want to. I kind of wanted to build this up by hand. It's going to be a long process, but I don't know. It just feels right doing it by hand with the hand welder. Anywho, back to welding. Still welding. Thought I would show some of the scaffolding I have to go through to get this thing built. I'm clear up the top here where it welds on the next section. I had to build all this scaffolding just so I could get up here. It's been a little tricky. But I'm getting there, slowly but surely. One thing I didn't realize, being new to blueprints, is it won't do anything connected via piston. I guess that's a subgrid. So I had to figure out, I had to look at pictures to rebuild this part, because that part was missing and the landing gear is missing. But yeah, it's getting there. Almost done. I'm not sure. I left one of the batteries off because I don't think I have enough nickel to do more than 2 batteries. We'll see. Welcome back. It's been a long time for me, not long for you. It's mobile. It's mostly done. I'm missing the ejector parts off the back here. Conveyor system. To eject stone. So I'm going to get that built on. But what I'm trying to do here is I backed it up a bit. I'm going to try to get some rock in the system so the refinery and the assembler can get to work and get this thing bootstrapped. Because it has to have parts, you know, to build the tube as it drills. So we're just going to do a little test drill here. And I gotta set this up manually real quick. So piston 2. Set its velocity up, and we're going to change the minimum distance to 0. And then we're going to very carefully try to manually drill. I've got the manual controls, and when I'm drilling normally, it's all timer blocked and controlled. We're going to do this manually, just get some stone in the system, hopefully. Alright, so the top connector is locked, so I need to turn off the bottom connector and the merge block. And then, in theory, drill on down. Won't be able to go very deep using this one section here, but should hopefully get some stone in the system. Maybe. Get lucky. You just kind of barely scratch the surface. Yeah, there we go. So now we actually have some parts. And I had the Izzy's auto LCD set up. I'm not sure that carried over for the auto crafting. Go edit the text here. Yeah, that part didn't carry over, so I'll copy and paste that from my blueprint out of Creative. We'll get that set up. But we got a little parts so we can do a little something. But I'm going to go ahead and get the tail end of this finished, and next episode we're going to go over to the nickel mine, and we're going to try to get started mining some nickel. Oh, the other part I haven't done yet is the ladder on the front part of this first section. I need to remember to do that. And then there's solar panels missing. I got to get those built. I don't know if I have enough silicon. We'll try to get at least one built. But the basics are here. The basics are here, and it can move. Let's bring this back up. Turn the drill off. And yet another storm is rolling through. It's been... I'm not sure how long it's been in game. It's been a while. Lots of storms, of course. Alright, I'm going to stop that there, and then... Actually, let's do it this way. Come over here to piston 2, and I need to reset the minimum distance to 2.2. It's already past that, so we can reverse. And I'll let it lower back down, and it will stop before it gets too low. That's the theory. So there's a lot of detail work left too. I don't have the camera and the flashing light and stuff like that, but the basics are here. So I'll get that finished up before we go mine in the next episode. I'll very carefully work my way back down here. Getting out of this canyon should be fun too. Might have to make sure I film that. Alright, parking brake is holding. Excellent. Well, I'm going to duck and cover from this storm. Ow! How do you get off here? Well, very, very carefully. I've already fallen off here a few times. Like that. You got to grab the ladder on the way down. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I might have to get something better to get down off there. Anyway, storm's rolling in. I'm going to button down the hatches here. Thanks as always for hanging out. And I will catch you next time. Take care.